Title: The Shadow Sculptor's Secret. In the heart of the city, where cobblestone streets twisted like the whispers of the past, a figure emerged from the shadows. For years, the Shadow Sculptor had been a phantom in the world of art, his name spoken in reverent tones among the elite. But now, with the unveiling of his latest masterpiece, The Morning Maiden, he had stepped into the light, though not without consequences. The statue stood tall in the temple square, a haunting representation of grief and resilience. The grieving woman, her face etched with sorrow, held a shattered sword in her delicate hands, its jagged edges catching the sunlight like shards of lost hope. The work was exquisite, a blend of artistry and arcane knowledge that seemed to breathe with the weight of history. It was said that the Shadow Sculptor had poured the very essence of the War of the Seven Kings into the statue, capturing the collective mourning of a nation that had lost so much. As the crowd gathered, their murmurs filled the air like the rustling of leaves. Artisans and nobles alike marveled at the intricate details, the tears glistening on the maiden's cheeks, the subtle tremor in her fingers. But beneath the admiration lay an undercurrent of unease. For the Shadow Sculptor was not merely an artist. He was a master of the arcane, rumored to have dabbled in forbidden magics that could bring his creations to life or even to death. Among the onlookers stood Alara, a young historian with a penchant for uncovering truths hidden in the shadows. She had followed the tales of the Shadow Sculptor for years, fascinated by the blend of artistry and sorcery. But as she gazed upon The Morning Maiden, a chill crept down her spine. The statue seemed to pulse with an energy of its own, and Alara could swear she saw the maiden's lips move, forming silent words of lament. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, Alara pushed through the throng, her heart racing. She had to know the truth behind the sculpture and the man who had created it. As she approached, the air thickened with an otherworldly tension, and she felt the weight of countless eyes upon her. Then, she saw him, Shadow Sculptor himself, cloaked in shadows, his features obscured but his presence undeniable. "Why do you mourn?" Alara asked, her voice steady despite the unease swirling around her. The crowd hushed, all eyes on her as the sculptor turned, a flicker of surprise crossing his hidden face. "Because the past is never truly buried," he replied, his voice low and melodic, like the echo of a forgotten song. "Each sorrow I sculpt is a reminder, a warning. The War of the Seven Kings may have ended, but its scars remain." Alara felt a shiver of recognition. The war had shaped her family, had taken her brother, and now she understood that the statue was more than just a tribute, it was a vessel for the pain that lingered in the hearts of many. "But what of the future?" she pressed. "What do you hope to achieve with your art?" The Shadow Sculptor stepped closer, the shadows shifting like smoke around him. "To remind the world of its choices. Every creation holds a piece of its maker's soul. If we forget our sorrows, we risk repeating our mistakes." As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the square, Alara felt a strange compulsion to reach out and touch the statue. The moment her fingers brushed against the cold stone, a surge of energy coursed through her, and she was flooded with visions of the past, the battles, the betrayals, the cries of the fallen. In that moment, she understood the true power of the Shadow Sculptor's work. It was not merely art, it was a conduit for memory, a plea for remembrance. But as the visions faded, a new realization dawned upon her. The Shadow Sculptor was not just an artist. He was a guardian of the past, a keeper of secrets that could reshape the future. As the crowd began to disperse, Alara knew her journey had only just begun. The Shadow Sculptor had revealed his masterpiece, but in doing so, he had also unveiled a deeper truth, one that would bind their fates together in ways neither of them could yet comprehend. And as the moon rose high above the temple square, casting a silver glow upon The Morning Maiden, Alara felt the weight of destiny settle upon her shoulders, a call to uncover the secrets hidden within the shadows.